Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Integrity Commission denies clearing Brown Lawrence of fraud and corruption charges. The Integrity Commission of Jamaica (ICJ) has sought to distance itself from a news report that embittered the Jamaican Labour Party JLP councillor Kim Brown Lawrence has been cleared of fraud and corruption charges stemming from the Caribbean Maritime University CMU scandal. Brown was quoted in the media as informing the sitting of the St. Anne Municipal Corporation that the Integrity Commission has cleared her on Wednesday. But the ICJ, in a post on its Twitter page, tweeted, "The Integrity Commission of Jamaica is not the Integrity Commission that is named in the report." Efforts to get a comment from Brown Lawrence were unsuccessful. But her lawyer, Claudia McKay, said she is not aware of any report, nor have seen any such report from the Commission. "I don't know of any report, and my client's instruction to me is that she heard about this on the news as well and don't have any instruction about anything happening at the meeting this morning," McKay said. The council was implicated in the corruption scandal that rocked the CMU in 2019. Former Education Minister Will Reid, his wife Sharon and their daughter Sherelle, as well as former CMU President Professor Fitzpinnock, were also implicated. The 5 accused were arrested by law enforcement in 2019 in connection with a major fraud and corruption probe involving transactions at the CMU. The charges include breaches of the Corruption Prevention Act, conspiracy to defraud, misconduct in a public office at common law, and breaches of the Proceeds of Crimes Act. The long-standing case, which is currently stalled in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court, is set for mention. The matter is unable to proceed to trial due to judicial review hearing and a decision by the Court of Appeal on an application by Reid and Pinnock for leave to go to the Privy Council. Brown Lawrence had, however, expressed frustration last year with the delay in the matter through her lawyer and the late Ernest Simmet, and had indicated a desire to be tried on her own. According to Simmet, the Brownstown Division Councillor has her sights set on contesting the upcoming local government election. A high-ranking organizer in the JLP's Era Council 3, which includes St. Anne, has also told reporters that Brown Lawrence has not been stopped from the slate of more than 200 candidates expected to contest the election for the party. Dr. Usain Bolt awarded another honorary doctorate. 8-time Olympian Usain Bolt has been awarded an honorary doctorate by Brunel University, London. This is Bolt's second honorary degree. In 2011, he was awarded the Honorary Doctor of Laws LLD by the University of the West Indies, Mona. Throughout his career, the Jamaican sprinter changed several times in Brunel, most notably being during the lead-up to the 2012 London Olympics, where he won 3 gold medals. The now-retired sprinter accepted his award via video from Jamaica on Tuesday, July 12, and encouraged graduates at Bromell's Indoor Athletics Centre in England to never give up on their dreams. "I want to say to the graduates, hard work does pay off. Just remember that the road won't be easy. There will be ups and downs, and you will fail. But always remember, learn from your failure and try again. Never give up on your dream, because as a young man, I never knew I'd be this great. Always work hard, dedicate yourself, and remember, anything is possible. Don't think limits," he said. Bolt also expressed his gratitude to Brunel University and acknowledged their assistance in helping him becoming the greatest sprinter of all times. "I have only fond memories of training at Brunel. You guys have really helped me to conquer the world, and I must say, I really appreciate that," the sprinter legend said. In a release, Costa, professor of sport and exercise psychology at the university, said Brunel was proud to have played a part in Bolt's success. "It's been a delight to welcome Usain back to Brunel to recognize his great achievements, not only on the track, but in promoting sport and a positive attitude towards life. As a university, we're immensely proud to have played even a small part in his journey to greatness, and I'm sure Usain knows he's welcome back anytime," he stated. Bolt also shared the moment with his more than 11 million followers on Instagram, who congratulated the 35-year-old. "Dr. Bolt, sound great. Congrats to you, sir," one wrote. "Congratulations, Dr. Usain Bolt. More wins I pray for you," added another. Prime Minister Andrew Holness cautions public servants angry about pay increases. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has cautioned public servants against taking the position that they are not being paid enough to deliver quality service to consumers. The Prime Minister said that while the government's new Service Excellence Policy (SEP) is designed to increase cultural excellence in serving the public, the government employees should also be focusing on increasing their productivity to enable larger pay increases. We must become customer-focused, and this applies to both our internal and external customers. We therefore have to set performance standards, improve the capacity to promote excellence, and establish effective system of management and accountability. He told the launch of the policy at the office of the Prime Minister on Wednesday, July 13. Holness also called for an honest discussion about productivity as it relates to customer service in the public sector and for more empathy in terms of how these workers deal with the public. We need to meet and exceed the public's expectations. We must become more customer-focused, and this applies to both our internal and external customers. We therefore have to set performance standards, improve the capacity to promote excellence, and establish effective systems of management and accountability, he told the launch. Public servants must empathize with the customers. This is oftentimes absent in our general social interactions. It can be a tall order for the public service, but nevertheless, the policy also speaks to public servants having empathy, he added. He said that failure to meet these conditions will affect the ministries, departments, and agencies of government, so civil servants will have to constantly challenge themselves to ensure the goods and services they provide are designed for benefit of their customers. He said this could be a tall order for the public service, but nevertheless, the SEP also speaks to the need to show empathy for the public. He also pointed out that across the government, significant changes are being made to improve the service and systems to create a better experience for all stakeholders. I already see the criticisms coming, but you know me. My job is to spark these kinds of conversations because these things are operating privately in the minds of citizens. We see them reflecting in public behavior that makes it difficult to solve problems. So I am here seeking any political friendship or popularity. This is about getting the job done and grappling with the real problems, so I have to talk the things, as you say, Holness stated. He said that also operating in the minds of the public service workers is that aside from remuneration, they are not given the resources and the tools to do the job. However, he noted that the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is already engaged with its partners, the trade unions, in addressing the remuneration issues, and to acknowledge that it is not just cash, but remuneration is about how do we live and work. Agriculture Minister intensifies efforts to curb praedial larceny. The Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries has intensified its effort to curb praedial larceny with its recent staging of praedial larceny sensitization workshop sessions for police officers across all divisions. According to a release, the latest workshop was held under the theme Taking a Zero-Tolerance Approach to Praedial Theft, Prevention, Compliance and Enforcement at the Grandiose Hotel Conference Room in St. James on Wednesday, July 13. During the workshop, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Pernell Charles Jr. called for a united front in defeating praedial larceny and farm theft, which was labeled as a national security issue, a food security issue, and a public health issue. Unity is strength, and we need a united force if we are going to tackle this serious issue of praedial larceny, the minister said. Praedial larceny is a theft of agricultural produce. It hampers the growth and expansion of legal production and productivity in the sector and encourages increased imports to fill the gaps. I really want to express how much I appreciate the level of importance that the officers in this workshop have placed on being sensitized and upskilled around this important issue. Food security is the number one issue for everybody around the world right now, and you play an important part in ensuring that every boy and girl and mother and father in Jamaica can get food on their table, Charles Jr. told officers and presenters who participated in the workshop. Noting that the food security is the number one issue in the world right now, the minister said praedial larceny is one of the greatest challenges in expanding the agriculture sector and bringing in more investment so that the country and region can be food secure. The minister has been implementing various initiatives to counter the incidents of praedial larceny, including legislative amendments and strengthening of animal traceability through the National Identification and Traceability System, NAITS. Greater awareness and strengthened enforcement of Jamaica Constabulary Force initiatives in praedial larceny investigation, prevention and risk reduction is one of the strategies the Minister has implemented to tackle the crime. In 2021 to 2022, approximately 101 police officers received training in how to effectively investigate praedial larceny cases and prepare case files. This resulted in 102 arrests being made, with over 70 animals recovered and or returned to their owners. Meanwhile, National Praedial Larceny Prevention Officer Superintendent Oral Pasco praised sensitization workshops which he said have proven to be informative for the JCF members. "We're going great so far, and a lot of the officers would have learned a lot more than they know in terms of sensitization and to bolster this compliance and enforcement efforts in the work sector. For example, fisheries. All police officers and fishing inspectors have been briefed on the Fisheries Act of 2018, and most police officers, this is the first time they knew of that, so that is the level we're going," he said. "We're going right across the spectrum: butchers' regulations, their role in butchering, transportation of agricultural produce, registration, and so on. So it's a comprehensive approach of all the offenses related to praedial larceny and fisheries regulation," Pascal continued. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.